We did the exercise with free agent wide receivers. Let's do that same exercise with free agent defensive tackles. So this is from ESPN.com. Browns offseason predictions. Browns will sign free agent Yannick Ngakoue to a big contract in another attempt to bookend a pass rusher that can help take attention away from Myles Garrett. Might need to restructure Garrett's contract to free up short-term cap space to make it happen. Ngakoue had 9.5 sacks in 2022 with the Colts. PFF projects his contract 2 years, $25 million, 20 of it guaranteed. That is a similar deal. It's actually less than what they were paying Jadeveon Clowney. Let's look at another one. So I gave you that one. There's Ngakoue. Another one that is out there is Daron Payne. Now, PFF projects his contract to be a little bit higher. 4 years, $80 million, 55 guaranteed. I don't think there's anywhere they're doing that, but again, we'll get back to that in a minute. Another one, Pro Football Focus, Sheldon Rankins, projected contract coming for him, 2 years, $12 million, $8 million guaranteed. And we do know, Quincy, that Jim Schwartz likes a lot of these guys. He likes to rotate them in. What do you think about Ngakoue at roughly $12.5 million, Rankins at $6 million?
I wouldn't be upset with it, right? Like, if you can get Unique at that price, I don't know if you can. He wasn't the most productive over the last couple of years. Like, he's not the Unique Ngakoue of old that we think about. I would also change our thinking on this. Is like, hey, when it talks about like, hey, we need to take attention away from Myles Garrett, is anybody doing that? Like, realistically, who's out there that's going to take attention? You could put TJ Watt on the other side of Myles Garrett. They're still going to be focused on Myles Garrett. He's Myles Garrett, right? So at some point, we can't go broke trying to take attention from him when the way to take attention away from Myles Garrett is what Jim Schwartz's job is, which is, hey, we got to do overloads. We got to do this. We got to do things schematically in order to free up Myles Garrett to single teams. Because Jadeveon Clowney, as much as complaints that people going to have about how he handled the end of his run in Cleveland, he was as good as they come to bookend with Myles Garrett. And it didn't free up Myles Garrett. He was still number one in double team rate that whole time. He was just very good at breaking them. That's going to happen. He's that level of player. So the way you free up Myles Garrett is you try to put Myles Garrett in positions where the offense has no choice but to block him single team. And yes, players who can gather more attention do help with that. But Yannick Ngakoue is not at the point of his career where people are like, we got to double him. You know what I mean? And nobody that you're going to get at a decent price. And free agency is at that point. Maybe you draft somebody who requires a double team, but even then, requiring a double team when Myles Garrett is out there, a lot of teams will just live with it.
Well, the other thing is get guys that can win one-on-one matchups and make the offense pay. And you saw everybody else had about the same number of sacks as Myles Garrett a season ago, and that can't happen.